rhinestone detail on this tumbler. So what we're going to be using is our super strength glue. We're going to be using a rhinestone picker pencil, and we're going to be using rhinestones. We also have this sublimated tumbler. Don't mind this. I flubbed this cup up, so we can't sell this on the website. So I'm using it as my own. It's going to be a personal cup. I ain't worried about it. On the website, we do use the flat edge though, so we don't get this ghosting. But I did this one down here while I was live, and I didn't even notice it didn't have the flat edge. So we are going to be taking this tumbler and we're going to be doing the rhinestone detailing on this one. I love this one. This is going to be a personal cup. This is a bunch of neutral colors. I'm one of those, I'm a funny Gemini. I love neons and I love neutrals. I kind of love, I have a love for all of the things. I love all the things, especially if they're sparkly things. So I am using the Ocean Eyes rhinestone set today. This is going to be all the sizes. This is going to be 6s, 10s, 16s, and 20s in this mix. And there's 4 different colors in this mix. We like selling mixes. That way you get lots of colors in lots of sizes, because if you were to try to go buy all of these colors and all of these sizes, you're going to end up spending 50, 60 bucks just to get all these colors and all these sizes. Or you can just go on the website and buy one of our custom blends, and you're going to get a bunch of colors and a bunch of sizes for a fraction of the cost to be able to get all those colors. Then it's a la carte, so you can buy as many sets as you want. So we just try to make getting a lot of colors and a lot of sizes very financially reasonable. So by doing these fun mixes. Now I'm going to be using the needle tipped super strength glue, and I'm going to just be going down the center of each of these feathers, and we're going to be doing, call it the ridge of the feathers, and getting them prepped. And again, I'm using Ocean Eyes, so I'm using the really pretty, there's like a kind of a turquoise blue in here. And so what I do is I start out by putting down my SS6s on the ends. I start little skinny on the end and work my way. And well, some of them I will keep skinny all the way through from the ends to the outside. Now what we're going to do is we're taking this tumbler that has got a sublimated design on it. Now, if you're interested, we have hundreds of these sublimated tumblers on our website. We also sell the sublimation prints. So if you already have ability to sublimate on your own, and you just want one of the prints, you can grab one of the prints and sublimate. We also have tons of different rhinestone mixes on the website. So maybe Ocean Eyes is not your jam, but go up on the website and check them out. We have resin rhinestone mixes and we have glass rhinestone mixes. So whatever style is your favorite. Usually it just has to do with budget. Whether you want to go with the higher end, more expensive stones, and just have, that higher end tumbler, or if you want to keep your budget much lower, you can go with the resin stones. So there's glass and resin mixes on our website. I am using resin for this tumbler. Okay, so this is resin rhinestones. The difference are these are made of plastic, glass are made of glass. Obviously, glass is going to be more durable and is a bit more sparkly, quite a bit more sparkly. You also get a wider variety of colors in those glass stones, but that does not discount resin. Like I said, I'm using resin on this tumbler because these colors match it perfectly. This is going to be a personal use tumbler. I have tons of tumblers. I'm not super concerned about it being the razzle dazzly sparkliest. If you know the history of me, my husband likes to put all my tumblers in the dishwasher, even though I've told him a billion times not to put them in the dishwasher. He's still does it. He doesn't do it intentionally. He doesn't think about it. It just kind of happens. So it's a funny little, thing about our life here is, so I'm not going to do glass rhinestones because most likely this is going to end up in the dishwasher in my house at some point if I take it upstairs. A lot of my tumblers, I will just keep them down here. I'll walk them up, hand wash them, refill them, bring them back down. I don't leave them up there at all. If they ever left up there, they end up in the dishwasher. He can't help himself. His brain just goes clean, 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 clean. And I give him a hard time, but I don't get too mad at him. He is in fact doing the dishes. But yeah, so a bunch of mine end up in the dishwasher. So, but I am doing resin on this rhinestone mix. Okay, and as you can see here, I was gonna go up. So we're gonna go up to 10. So we started with 6s, and now we're gonna go up to the 10s. They're the next size stone. We're gonna do that on both the top, both sections here. So I like to sometimes when there's a long space, just to add that visual depth to it, I do this where I go 6s to 10s, sometimes up to 16s, and then back down. My brain's having a hard time seeing these 10s. I know they're right in front of me. There we go. Okay, I'm trying to move relatively quickly. This one looks like there's no more glue left. Hold on. I think I missed the glue here. I didn't put enough down. While I'm at it, I'll put another strip here. I think I moved the needle point too fast. So when you're going these fine tip needle point glue tips on these, they make it really, really nice for applying a nice clean swoop of that glue. Getting into place. So you see I'm using the 6s, the 10s. Now I'm going to go up to some 16s. I like using large stones for a couple different reasons. One, I can go a lot faster. So once you start using the larger stones, it goes significantly quicker. Okay, then I take my nail and something straight, and I just make sure all those stones are in line. If I want to curve, I make sure it's going on the curve. And that way it just cleans them up just a little bit. Now this one needs a couple 16 stones in the middle. Okay, see, I'm not even doing my own advice. Use something nice and straight on one side. And just make sure those are all lined up. Clean as a whistle. Put a little curve on there. Okay, and just like that. So we're just going in and we're getting this started. Now, this will eventually get a whole look to it. There's different ways to go about doing your feathers. Now you can go in, everybody does these different. I have seen y'all go in and fill the whole feather in. You leave the gaps where the black is and you fill the rest in with a full color. I sometimes do it like this. I do kind of do these multiple ways. You see where I spotted these out like every kind of bloop, bloop, bloop. These ones, these feathers changed color. So I ombre the colors down on this one. Okay, this one, it's pretty much all one color all the way down. So we're sticking with the one color. But this is the Howling Wolf. And this tumbler, I decided to do just the feathers as the detail on this tumbler. I decided not to rhinestone anything else on this tumbler. So when you do these tumblers, you are in complete control. You decide how much decoration you want to be putting on here. You decide how much embellishment you're going to do. That way you can also decide how many stones you need per tumbler. So the more design, this one, we're just going around and doing a little bit of detail on this tumbler. It's not going to be fully covered. So on our website, we sell rhinestones, we sell glitter rhinestones, we sell resin rhinestones, all in custom mixes and blends. We sell a rhinestone toolkit. You can see I'm just using this cheapy little rhinestone picker pencil. I've been using these now for a couple of years. I love them. There are fancier ones on the market. I feel like these do their job really well. And if I was going to go buy a $20, $30 rhinestone picker pencil, I probably wouldn't ever actually really do that because I'm not going to be able to find it half the time. It's very rare I'm using the same one of these wax pencils. When we have these on the website for $1 and you cut it in half and you have two. I just use my craft knife to sharpen it really quick. And this is fantastic. And because I have two of them, I have them all over. Oh, jeez, I just made the mistake of doing that over my silicone mat. Now these all little pieces are stuck to my silicone mat. So Then you take the rhinestone picker pencil that's $1 on our website, cut it in half, and now you have 2 rhinestone picker pencils. You can even cut them into thirds if you don't need them really long. And then you have those. The glue on our website is like $3. It's just over $3. So the super strength glue is on our website for $3. We have a rhinestone toolkit. It's $5. It comes with 2 trays. It comes with a little rectangle tray, a triangle tray, a rhinestone picker pencil, and a glue. So for $5, you get the basic tools that you need to do this. Super easy. We sell sublimated tumblers. We sell sublimation prints. So we sell all the things to be able to do this. Now, this is the beginning stages of one. This is the finished stage of one. But that's because this one I decided to only do the Howling Wolf. Then you have some more like this one. I decided to do the entire mane and all the flowers. Okay, so this one has the whole mane and all the flowers on the mane. I decided not to do the details of the horse because I was like, I'm going to lose the beautiful intricacies of that eye, the nose, and the mouth. So I left it plain. I let the integrity of that image shine through. You can see here I started to outline the face, and I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep this portion pure, and we left it. But look how beautiful the stones around this mane and how much that just makes this tumbler pop. Now, to me, this tumbler is finished. This is the finished product of one of these. This is all done in resin rhinestones. This is done in multiple different sets. We sell different mixed colors. Generally, I usually use 3 to 4 different mixes on a tumbler because I'll get started, put it off to the side for a little while, come back to it. We started this tumbler weeks ago with this section. Now we're here back today adding this, and we're using a completely different rhinestone set on this set. So now you can see here, this one does go from the champagne color to the blue. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go in and do that one. And we're going to go from champagne down to blue, making sure I actually this time remember to put enough glue, not go too fast. Okay, just put our stripe of blue. So I'm just getting the bridges of these feathers all done. I'm going to do these very similar to what you just saw on that wolf. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to take the champagne color out of this. This is Ocean Skies. The stone mix that I'm using now. This is Ocean Skies. This is the one that we just mixed and launched today. So I'm grabbing those champagne little stones out of here. Then I'm going to do a blue. We're going to go into those light blue because we're going into that blue section. This one has those really pretty, this stone mix, Ocean Eyes has that really pretty ocean blue or turquoise blue. Okay, now you can swell this up to the SS10s. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to look for an SS10 here. I've used a lot of them out of this mix. Shimmy, shimmy. If you can't find the stone you need, just give it a shake in your rhinestone tray. Now I'm using a slightly larger tray. I have a shaky condition. So the little rectangle trays, I do actually use them quite often. But when I use them, I tend to, when I shake, I overshake because me shaking the tray kind of triggers my shakies. And so I end up like, instead of shaking, I'm like jerking it real hard and they go flying everywhere. So I've kind of learned to teach myself to use these slightly larger trays because of that. So that's why I'm using a larger tray, but the little trays work just fine. So I'm just going to go in here and do these SS10s and these. So we went from the beige up to the blue, back down to that champagne beige. Okay, and then I'm working my way up towards the top. So I'm going to start going back to the SS6s, which are the smaller stones. I like to go little, start little, go to big, and then go back down to little and make a little point at the end and at the top. This is just a way, if you do markets or you do vendors or you sell on Etsy, this is a way to garner a little bit more attention to your products. You can take your beautiful sublimation tumblers and just upscale them a little bit. That's why I like to show the wolf, because it just shows that you don't have to do the entire tumbler. You don't have to do hours and hours and hours of work on these. You can just do a little bit of detail. You can choose one little feature, like if you're doing a tumbler that has butterflies and peonies all of it, just rhinestone one of the butterflies and make it like the accent, the focal on that tumbler, and just really have that tumbler kind of pop out and stand out. So now I'm going to just take my fingernail and I'm just going to line them up, make sure they're all on there good. Same with these guys. Line them up nice. And then it curves a little bit at the bottom. Make sure that curve is there. Okay. And just like that. Now I can go back through and do my little dot, 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 just like I did for the wolf. I like to work in sections. So I will work on just this section because inevitably, if I turn this, I'm going to rest my hand on the tumbler because I have the shakes that I'm always resting my hand. I don't know if you noticed that, you guys. I put my pinky finger down to brace. So kind of, if I'm trying to do it like this, I shake. So I brace it with my hand with my pinky finger. Okay. But I'm inevitably going to put my hand down on this tumbler in many places. So if I rotate it, like if I rotate this or this, then my hand is going to be, when I'm doing this section, my wrist is going to be on that section. So I tend to work in one section, then let it dry, come back and do the next section. So this section we did before and got them all started. And this, then we set it to the side and let it dry. So we're going to go down here. Okay. If you were doing a more neutral tumblered one, I would recommend getting the Sugar Plum, Call Me Honey, today's Ocean Eyes. You're going to get some nice neutral tones in there. We have a buy one, get one free coupon code going on. We've got 3 buy this, get that free coupon code up on the website. So if you go to our website, if you're on our TikTok, our link is in our bio. If you are on our YouTube or Facebook page, you can see the link at the bottom of the screen. Okay, that is our website. If you go on to today's deals on our website, you are at the very top. If you sort by featured on today's deals, there's a little listing there, and it shows it says code, and then it shows a code, and then underneath that code it says buy this and get that free. So it tells you what you need to add to your shopping cart. Okay, and then put those 2 things in your shopping cart. At your checkout, you're going to apply your coupon code, and then you're going to pay for the one thing, and the other thing is the price is going to come off the second thing. So there's 3 of those up there. There's 2 of them for UVDTF. So buy a full sheet UVDTF, get a full sheet UVDTF free. It's a specific one, so make sure you read each code. And then there is a rhinestone. So if you were looking into kind of getting into doing this rhinestone detailing, it's very addictive. It's very calming. I love doing this, even with my shakes and all that. It's a really fun hobby, and you end up with something absolutely beautiful and handmade when you're done. It's very satisfying. You do not have, I'm not an artist, y'all. I could draw stick figures. I can't draw for nothing. But like this makes me feel so accomplished because it's something beautiful that I'm creating with my hands. I did the same thing with the glue there. I didn't squeeze glue out. I'm talking and not paying too much attention here. Okay, so this is something that I can do and make something absolutely stunning and feel proud of it. It's very minimal impact to get into this. Like I said, if you want to just dabble in this, you can get 1 sublimated tumbler from us. Pick your favorite design. Get a rhinestone toolkit. It's $5 for the tool bundle. That's all you need. Pick your sublimated tumbler. Get a sublimated tumbler. Get the rhinestone toolkit. It's going to come with this is a picker pencil. It's a wax pencil. It's big. It's like this long. Cut it in half. Sharpen it. Then you got your glue in the bundle, and you get 2 rhinestone trays. I don't have a triangle one to show you guys, but you get a rectangle one like this, and you get a triangle one. Okay, it's all you need. It's all you need. And then pick out your rhinestone colors that you like, that match the tumbler that you picked out. We have tons of options on the website. Now down here you can see it goes from the blues and the taupes, so it's going to be something similar to this right here. So we're going to go blues and taupes. But again, this is very easy. You just take your super strength glue, zip it down, and then choose your colors. Now we're in the early stage of this, so we're champagne. Okay, this one's in the early stages. So we're just kind of getting some of the groundwork laid on this one. We have fairies and horses and chickens and every style you can imagine. My eyes are having a hard time now suddenly. I always say lays is play, so if I pick up the wrong stone and put it down, unless it's like egregious, I will leave it. I'm like, well, there it is. The way the light is hitting some of these stones, they look the same. So we're okay. So we're going to go in here. Now this area, it starts going into that blue. So we're going to switch to the blue through here. This is going to be a personal tumbler, ultimately. I say that until like one of my family members comes over and is like, I love it. And I'm like, you can have it. Okay, I just take my finger and line it up, make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. So easy. Now, if you if you missed it, this is kind of the idea of what we're going through with for those feathers. We're going to roll that straight. We're doing the center pieces, and then we'll go back through and lay those stones out on the outer edges. Okay. All right. So if you haven't been up on the website yet today, there's a lot going on the website. There's new tumbler designs. There's new rhinestones. There's a new tumbler bundle. You can buy 50 sublimation ready tumblers on the website. That's under today's deals. Again, if you're on our TikTok or our Instagram channel, you can find our link in our bio. And if you are on our Facebook or YouTube channel, it's at the bottom of your screen. All right, so we're going to take off for the night. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Welcome to the Rhinestone Addiction, and we'll see you guys later. I was filming that. I wasn't live on TikTok. I actually just filmed that. I'm like, I don't know why I don't film this. I don't know why, because when I go live on TikTok, it doesn't save it. So whatever I'm doing on TikTok, the minute I turn off the camera, it's gone. At least when I do this with you guys on YouTube or on Instagram. Ooh, there's a purple rhinestone out of nowhere. If I do this on Instagram or YouTube, at least it saves it when I'm done. And you guys, and we have people rewatch it, like thousands of people rewatch it. But if it's on TikTok or Instagram, it just disappears. So I'm going to start filming it and then just posting it later. See, the brain fog is lifting. It's crazy. So I've been today's like, how's it going? I was like, I'm telling you, this brain fog is lifting. The more of this medication that I come off of, the more it's out of my kind of leaning out of my system. Obviously, I'm having breakthrough shakies like I did earlier, but I'm like, dude, my brain, I can think better. I'm definitely feel like I'm calmer with the kids, which is weird. Maybe that's just because I just decided I'm going to be calmer with the kids. I've also, the kids, I'm holding them to being a lot more responsible than I've ever held them. They're getting old enough. So now they take turns doing dishes. They take out the trash. I have them taking the dogs out potty and stuff. So they're handling chores. They're starting to do chores. And I'm being better about being on top of getting them to do it, not putting everything on my shoulders. We're teamwork makes the dream work here. So if you were just popping in and you have not been up on the website yet, today we put up on the website. Oh, I'm gonna love this tumbler. This is gonna be a slow and steady one, I can tell. So up on the website are 50-ounce tumblers. No, 50 20-ounce tumblers. Okay, it's a case of tumblers. You get 50 tumblers in a big shipping case. They are simple as they come. They are sublimation ready. I knew you couldn't help yourself. You're lucky I'm not doing epoxy. I'm supposed to be doing epoxy. What?
I would have smelled it. I check the smell.
Yeah.
Also, I can also hear you. So I check if I can hear your voice too, and if it's all enough.
Okay. What's going on?
Nothing.
Guess which one it is. So it is a case of sublimation tumblers. It's going to be 50 tumblers. Okay. It comes to $3.65 a tumbler. You're going to get the sublimation ready tumbler. You do not have to sublimate on these. You can use this as blanks, but the sublimation price and the non-sublimation price were the same. So I just said, do them sublimation. So we're only doing sublimation ready surfaces, but you can spray paint, you can sand this, spray paint it, do it whatever you want for your glitter tumblers. It's going to come with a lid, a nice little protective layer, an unmarked box, so you can make your own stickers, slap your sticker decal on there, and done. Okay. You can, give me a minute. You can you can logo it yourself on the box. There's no other writing on the box, so you can put your own logo on there. And then inside the box of 50, it's going to come with a pack of 50 straws in there. So it's going to have one straw per tumbler, a lid, a tumbler, and a box. Okay, 50 of them. $3.65. We cannot sell them less. You're getting either a case or none. We can't split them into 20s, 30s. It is to get this smoke and deal price from our supplier for you guys. It took 8 years of having a relationship with her to have her do this for us. Lulu came down to the turbo, Vera, and then she didn't take her out. You can't. No, man. This little dog. To get that smoking price, it is a 50 case, simple like this. There's no extra little goodies. There's no going to be those little rubber bottoms or anything. Because all that starts adding price. Like some of them have separate, like you get interchanging different types of lids. Nope, single lid, single tumbler, single straw. Okay. That is going to be up on the website. Those are up on the website under today's deals. Buying them in the case like that makes them $3.65 a piece. And that is the only way that we can get them to you guys for that cheap. Once they have to break into the box and create new packaging and shipping and less in a box, they have to add shipping costs. Shipping supply cost and bubbles and bubble mailer, I don't know, all the things. So it starts jacking the price up. And I'm like, I just want the absolute cheapest we can get it. How are we going to package this? How are we going to do this? So this is what we came up with. They are in theory going to always be available. That is my goal, is to have these always available for you guys. If we get completely overwhelmed and inundated with orders, I might shut them down here or there, but the goal is to just have them up and available. So if you don't need them today, but you're like, I'm getting low, but I don't quite need them yet, just come and grab them when you are ready. I pulled another tumbler down. Okay. Then also up on the website, there's a new RBD. It's Elegant Weaver. I'm like, it's elegant something. It's Elegant Weaver. Okay. It's available as a sublimation print, a vinyl wrap, or sublimated tumbler. In the description, there's also links that says click here for resin, click here for glass, and it's going to take you to our Amazon storefront of the resin rhinestones that we suggest or the glass rhinestones that we suggest. Of course, those can be substituted in. So if you're like, I'm not really down for like a neon orange, you can substitute it for a light peach. Or if you're like, I don't want a bright pink, you can substitute it for a baby pink, or fuchsia pink, or you can substitute it in or out. I'm just telling you what my suggestions are. The glass is like an opal. It's neon hyacinth and like an opal pink. It's so stinking pretty. All right, so that is up on the website and for you guys as well today. There's 5 new tumbler designs, sublimation prints, vinyl wraps, or sublimated tumblers. And then there is the new resin rhinestone mix that I just used. It's the Ocean Eyes. That's what I was using on here. We also used it on here earlier. Okay. So that is all up on the website. Now I'm going to jam because it's 7:30 and I've got a mountain of work to do tonight. So I will see you guys later. All right. Happy Thursday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.